Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's a lot of things. Today is Wednesday, the 30th day of March. It's National Doctors Day. Hats off to doctors out there. National Am I in Control Day. Boy, I hope so. National Pencil Day. I didn't even know we had a day for pencils.
I didn't either.
National Take a Walk in the Park Day. Oh, every day is a good day for that. National Turkey Neck Soup Day.
Ew, I've never heard of that.
I know what we're having for dinner. National Virtual Vacation Day. National Little Red Wagon Day, and Manatee Appreciation Day.
Manatee.
Yeah, all of those things happening on this Wednesday. It is also a good day for a good interview. I'm going to visit with Todd Hoffman. Now, for folks who watch Discovery Channel, you might know him from the #1 hit show Gold Rush. Well, he's got a brand new series on Discovery called Hoffman Family Gold. We're going to be chatting all about that coming your way. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
At BetterCreditCards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at BetterCreditCards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. According to a recent survey conducted by a company called Top Cashback, Americans plan to buy the following things this spring, according to the survey. 57% said they're going to be buying household essentials like toilet papers, tissue paper, towels.
Well, yeah.
You'd think that would be 100% because
Yeah.
doesn't everybody need that?
I would think so.
50% said this spring they plan on buying cleaning supplies. Okay. Again, you'd think it'd be higher than that. 46% are going to have personal care items in their basket. Toothbrushes, razors, soap, and more. 45% are buying clothing.
This is dumb.
Yeah, you would think there'd be more people buying some of these things. Hair care products, 37%. Skin care products, 36%. Now, in this survey, they talked to a cross-section of 3,103 adults, people all 18 and over. So it was male and female from all over the country. And again, only 57% in the entire spring are planning to buy toilet paper.
Interesting.
I don't know. They must have stocked up. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know it may be unlikely that you ever get the chance to travel to outer space, but your name can? Yeah. NASA is collecting names to be put on a flash drive and sent into space on the Orion spacecraft, scheduled to launch later this year. The initiative is part of the agency's uncrewed Artemis 1 mission, which is the first mission of the Artemis program to eventually return astronauts to the moon. It is free to add your name to the flash drive, which NASA says is a way to get people excited about the program and inspire the next generation.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
Since opening the submissions, the space agency has already received over 1 million names. 1 million. I said it like Dr. Evil.
That's fantastic.
They're going to the moon, Heidi. I think that's actually really kind of cool.
Do you?
I'm going to put your name on that flash drive.
I
I already named a star after you. I didn't do the
really
official one. I
don't
just
care.
pointed and said, that one right there. That one's Heidi. All right. There you go. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Rebel Wilson. I've always liked Rebel Wilson.
Me too.
She's been such a funny person in
So
every film I've
adorable.
seen her in. Well, she was the host, maybe a week ago now, of the United Kingdom's BAFTA Film Awards, and she made jokes about her recent weight loss. So, did you know that she lost so much weight?
She looks
70 pounds.
amazing.
Yeah. She talked also about James Bond and the pandemic and all kinds of other stuff. She took to the stage in a sparkly red gown, explaining that she might look a little bit different from the last time the audience had seen her. Again, she'd done some transformations, and she said she's hoping that everybody approves. Wilson, who shed more than 70 pounds, 31 kilograms,
Good for
after
her.
kicking off her self-proclaimed year of health in 2020. She also joked that her new slimmed-down look could help her maybe in Hollywood. She said, now I could play the non-funny love interest in one of Adam Sandler's films. And Jussie Smollett began his 150-day jail sentence for the fake hate crime against himself. And a judge sentenced him to 30 months on felony probation, and it just recently started. So I've got the information to all of that stuff in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A dad over in England almost threw away a book that he's really, really, really glad that he didn't throw away. It was a rare Harry Potter first edition book.
Ooh.
It sold at auction for the equivalent of $90,000 US.
Whoa.
He pre-ordered the first edition of her book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, from a bookstore back in 1997. He paid $17, almost returned it because it came without a dust jacket. The man, a collector, said, being the first edition, I expected it to have one. He decided to hang on to the book, and on the toss of a coin, which he said now was a moment of destiny. He later found the hardback first issue, and it did not come with he found out later, it wasn't that book didn't, it just didn't have one.
Right.
So it wasn't only his book. They didn't have one, period. So, but anyway, he almost threw this thing out, but he didn't, and now $90,000 richer because of that. So that's really, really cool. So I'm going to have to look around and see if our kids have one of those books laying anywhere.
No, we don't.
Hey, with the problem of plastic pollution being labeled a catastrophic environmental concern recently, burger chain A&W Canada is testing something that might help. This is actually kind of a neat idea. They're piloting a thing called the Butterfly Cup. It's made out of a thick biodegradable cardboard, overcoming the need for a lid or lining. They create a lid by making 2 simple folds, and it is constructed with natural paper sources from forests certified as sustainable. Even if improperly disposed of as litter, the cup would biodegrade and just become part of the environment anyway.
Huh.
A vast improvement over the traditionally thrown away cups used by fast food restaurants and coffee shops, which are usually not accepted by recyclers because of the plastic coating. The cups are labeled no lid, no plastic, no problem. So I think that's kind of a cool idea. I'm going to have to check it out. Again, it's called the Butterfly Cup if you want to Google that. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Our guest today, Todd Hoffman. You might know him from the #1 show, Gold Rush, from Discovery Channel. He's got a new program out now called Hoffman Family Gold. How are you, sir?
Dude, I'm doing actually pretty good. It's pretty exciting. I haven't been on TV in about 3 years, so it's kind of weird seeing my fat rear end on TV again, but it's really exciting.
Now, the program Gold Rush, people absolutely loved that. What is different between that and Hoffman Family Gold?
I think, Gold Rush it's kind of gotten bigger, better. They've gotten different characters in there, and everybody wanted the original guys to come back, and Gold Rush is awesome, but it's a little more of a highlight reel. I wanted people to feel more like a documentary style, and just kind of feel like they're actually one of the people on the mining team. Feel like you're part of the deal. And so, it's a different way that we shot it. It just so happens that we got on a mine that's got a lot of interesting stuff. I don't want to give it away, but it's actually really cool, and it's turned out to be really good. And Discovery Channel's like, guys, this is a big deal.
This is a big deal. Now, let's talk about where in the world you guys are doing this. Where are you filming all of this stuff?
I'm actually 150 miles from the border of Russia. I am up in Alaska, straight across the water from Siberia. So we are in the middle of nowhere. We go way, way up north. Farthest north anybody's ever mined on any of these TV shows.
So by going someplace like that, is there a benefit to that? Like you don't have to worry about previous miners, picking all the good stuff out, or is that a benefit?
What we found is, so there's early miners when you're talking 1930s, but then there was early miners. We're talking late 1800s, early 1900s, and their technology was so bad. They were really good at prospecting, but they were not good at gold mining. So they didn't have the ability to manage the water. So what's cool is you can see where they found the gold, but you can also see where all the areas that they left the gold. It's like a perfect storm in gold mining.
Well, that is fantastic. And you're known for gold mining, but you're also known for a band that you're in. And also, tell me about Sober Living Oregon. I love this. This is fascinating to me.
Yeah, so my grandfather, my mother was an orphan, and my grandfather was an alcoholic, and I mean really, really bad. In Portland, they call this road, they call Burnside. And growing up, they were like, oh, he's a Burnside Street bum. And my grandfather was a Burnside Street bum. And so it's always been something that I thought about. I never got to know him because of he died, gave my mom away. So it's always been a part of my makeup. And so my buddies come to me and they say, hey, we want to start a treatment center. They go, we know you care about this stuff. Will you put some money where your mouth is? And I said, yep, I will. So we all threw in together, and now we have Sober Living Oregon, SoberLivingRC.com, and we serve probably about 50 to 70 patients, at all times. We just took care of our 500th person through the clinic, and I was just watching. So I have a song out called Tommy, with our band, and it's about recovery. And I watched the video. It's got a lot of hits on YouTube. And I watched the video, and I see two girls in there that are no longer with us. And it just grabbed me, and it's like, it just brought home the importance of what we're doing. But two of those girls that wanted to be in the video, they're in a circle, they're doing a support group, are not with us anymore. So they OD'd on fentanyl. So we have an epidemic across the country, and so that's why I dedicated that song to it. And so I'm doing my part. I'm trying to do my part, but I don't know if we're winning or losing. It doesn't feel like we're winning, but at least we're out there doing something,
Well, I love that you're doing something. In addition to mining and music, you've got Sober Living Oregon. Thank you for giving back, and also thank you for taking the time to chat.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Our guest today, Todd Hoffman. He is with the new program, Hoffman Family Gold, also Gold Rush, #1 show on Discovery Channel. Going to throw a link to information on that. I'll also throw a link to his music and the Sober Living Oregon information. It's all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At bettercreditcards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at bettercreditcards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average English speaker has about 50,000 words in their mind and finds the right one in about 600 milliseconds.
Okay.
I don't always step up to that challenge, by the way. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Ancient Romans left graffiti on Egyptian pyramids, sayings like, I didn't like anything but the sarcophagus, and I can't read the hieroglyphs. So ancient Romans left that.
What?
I don't know. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Bluetooth technology is named after a 10th century king, King Harold Bluetooth. I had no idea.
King Harold Bluetooth.
King Harold Bluetooth. He united the tribes of Denmark just like the wireless technology unites cell phones and computers. That's why they named him after that. And fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa has her own mailbox at the Louvre because of all the love letters she receives. Would you send a love letter to a painting?
No, probably not.
Nor would I.
no.
Even if I really, really, really liked the painting, still wouldn't. A lot of fun facts we learned today. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Now, the question of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com. I want to remind you, we post the question in our social media. It's mainly Facebook. I'm trying to get used to using all the other ones. I keep forgetting we have them. So
I don't use anything really.
every once in a while, I'm like, oh, yeah, hey, we have Instagram. I should do that. So maybe I'll remember it today, but wouldn't count on it. Question of the day, again, we post the question in social media, so you can see that early in the morning, and you can answer it if you want. And then we post the answer also in the show notes that we post early in the morning. So if you ever miss this and you're going, oh, hey, I got the question, but I don't have the answer, well, there you can find it. All right, question. Young people are 4 times more likely to do this with their phone compared to older people. What is it? Young
Selfies?
people. No. Keep it on mute. So yeah, they get their phone and they just leave it on mute. So I can see that because I've tried to call our kids before and they're like, I don't know, I have my ringer off. I'm like, why am I paying for your cell phone? All right, question of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Canadian company is doing something that is, I think, kind of interesting, but it's also kind of weird. They're attracting new attention for a new policy where they're paying candidates to come to job interviews. Sounds weird.
That sounds...
Nonprofit organization Food Share Toronto says since March 1st, they've been paying applicants $75 per interview just to come and sit and learn about them. They say they recognize the fact that people sometimes have to take time out of their current job to go to an interview. And there's travel costs, sometimes childcare. So they said, you know what, you should get paid for that. Employer has gotten off scot-free for far too long, they said, and expecting job candidates to bear the cost of auditioning for a job that they might not even get. The company also pays candidates at the rate of pay for the job they're applying to. So if they're required to do any presentations or assignments as part of the interview process, they get paid for that too. I think that's absolutely fascinating. I never would have thought to do that, but it sounds like it's working pretty well for them. So something to think about. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Every once in a while, the list is just silly stuff like this one. Bad things to hear during a surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oops.
if you come across a list and you want to share it, I'll tell you how to do that in a second. But here, hand me that thingy there. It's a bad thing. I hate it when they're missing stuff in here. Bobo, come back. Bad dog.
Oh.
Bad things to hear during a surgery. Oops. Hey, anyone ever survived from 500 milliliters of this stuff before? Yeah, that's bad. Bad things to hear during a surgery. You know, there's big money in kidneys. This guy's got 2 of them. Oh, man. Bad things to hear during a surgery. Could you stop that thing from beating? It's throwing off my concentration.
Oh, jeez.
Well, folks, this will be an experiment for all of us. And one more thing. This is our final one that we're going to read. There's more on the list, but bad things to hear during a surgery. Sterile schmeral. The floor is clean. All right. Hey, if you want to read the rest of the list, you can find that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And if you come across a list that you think is funny, you can share that. Same place. Find a link at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is Mia Farrow, but she was playing Hallie Reid in Crimes and Misdemeanors when she said this.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I feel like an actor or an actress when I say this. Here we go. My husband and I fell in love at first sight. Maybe I should have taken a second look.
Oh, that's cute.
I do like that. Would you say that you and I fell in love at first sight? Or was it second, third, or fourth sight? You didn't even like me when you met me, so
I
go ahead and
didn't
be
like
honest.
you at first sight, no. So.
And then she liked me for about 10 years, and then she hasn't liked me since. Okay, we like each other. We get along really well. I love our relationship, by the way. I do too. I think we have a ton of fun. So
I
we've
think
been married,
many people are jealous of our relationship.
22 years we've been married. So 10 happy years. Just kidding. No, it's been fun. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news, and what a neat idea for a project. I love this. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Headline, second graders write letters from the shelter's animals' perspective to help them get adopted.
Oh.
And there's a picture drawn here, too. And if I can make it through this without getting choked up, I'll be surprised. Second grade teacher created a writing assignment for her students that is helping a local shelter and the animals find forever homes. Teacher Kenzie Jones asked her students at St. Michael's School in Richmond, Virginia, to draw a picture of these animals at the Richmond Animal Care and Control, and then write a letter from the perspective of the animal to help them get adopted. The class, working on persuasive writing, they wrote pieces as if they were speaking on behalf of the dog or whichever animal, and it said, it's the coolest idea. Let's do it. So I'm going to see, I'm going to just read one of these. I'll scroll up here. There's a bunch. You can read all of them. I've got a link to it. It says, "Hi, I'm Famous Amos. Please, please, please adopt me.
Oh.
I love, love, love belly rubs. I'm a very cute dog. Don't you love my name? I'm a very cute dog because I think I am. Do you love me? I hope you do, because then you can adopt me. I would love you too. Will you take care of me and take me to your home?"
Oh, how sweet is that?
A cute little photo of Famous Amos. And there's a bunch of them on here from Yosemite, and there's another one here from Gail Weathers. That's the name of a dog. Anyway, if you have a moment, I encourage you, again, maybe this doesn't interest you, but if it does, I've got a link in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. I think that's a really cool idea. Wouldn't that make it at least a little more interesting?
It would make it really hard to say no to a dog, I think.
You read this and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Dog, you are quite the wordsmith.
Yeah.
All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.